What if the ultimate truth of your existence was not waiting for you in the hereafter, but resides in the very fabric of your present actions? Every human heart secretly yearns for the answer to the most profound of all mysteries. Where does the soul go after the body falls silent? We are taught to believe that this destiny is decided by an unseen divine judgment in a distant realm. Yet, the most ancient wisdom reveals a startling, uncompromising truth. You are the sole architect of your own heaven and hell. Your final destination is not a cosmic lottery, but the inevitable harvest of your daily deeds. This is the uncompromising law of karma, and the extraordinary story you are about to witness unveils this secret through an unexpected, unforgettable teacher. Watch till the end to comprehend the invisible force that is writing your destiny right now in every word you speak and every choice you make. The story begins with the revered Zen master and his devoted yet subtly arrogant young disciple. The master, a man whose wisdom was often hidden behind enigmatic actions, had tasked the disciple with the ultimate quest. 1 year of solitary wandering to gather the true wisdom that books could never teach. Upon his return, the disciple confidently proclaimed his enlightenment, yet the master's response was a fierce, public humiliation. "A man has just died," the master bellowed, his voice filled with an inexplicable rage that stunned the entire hermitage. "Go now, follow the mourners to the cremation ground and return only when you can tell me with certainty, did his soul depart to heaven or to hell?" This impossible riddle shattered the disciple's certainty. Driven by a desperate compulsion to redeem his failure, he left the monastery and wandered for months. His meditations and sacred texts offered no answer to this tangible, final question of the afterlife. He searched for ancient mystics and hidden scrolls, but only met with blank stares. He was a spiritual scholar seeking a divine compass in a world that only spoke in human tongues. His physical and spiritual journey reached its lowest point when, exhausted and utterly defeated, he found himself resting near a distant village. Hiding behind the bushes, he overheard a conversation from a house whose reputation was known to be far from saintly. The owner, a woman whose life stood in stark contrast to the disciple's monastic vows, simply stood at her door when a funeral procession passed by and commanded her young girl, "Go and find out whether that man has gone to heaven or to hell." The girl returned from 2 separate funerals with 2 certain yet conflicting answers. The first man had gone to heaven, the second to hell. The monk, having searched for years to find this secret, was utterly shocked that a young girl, commanded by a woman of low standing, could possess the knowledge that had eluded him. He realized that the profound answer he sought did not lie in high philosophy, but in a simple, tangible sign he had overlooked. He emerged from his hiding place, his voice raw with humility. "Mistress, you possess the knowledge I have spent years seeking in vain. Please, be my teacher. How do you know the final destination of a man's soul?" This was the turning point. The woman merely smiled, a profound and knowing smile, and directed her young girl to unveil the truth. The girl, with eyes that saw the world simply, explained. When the first man passed, the villagers wept uncontrollably, sharing countless stories of his selfless kindness and generosity. But for the second man, they only whispered of his cruelty and greed, sighing in palpable relief that he was finally gone. The destination of a man's soul, dear monk, is not revealed in secret or mystery, but is proclaimed loudly by the karma he leaves behind in the hearts and memories of those who remain. "Mistress, you possess the knowledge I have spent years seeking in vain. Please, be my teacher. How do you know the final destination of a man's soul?" This was the turning point. The woman merely smiled, a profound and knowing smile, and directed her young girl to unveil the truth. The girl, with eyes that saw the world simply, explained. When the first man passed, the villagers wept uncontrollably, sharing countless stories of his selfless kindness and generosity. But for the second man, they only whispered of his cruelty and greed, sighing in palpable relief that he was finally gone. The destination of a man's soul, dear monk, is not revealed in secret or mystery, but is proclaimed loudly by the karma he leaves behind in the hearts and memories of those who remain. The disciple returned to his master, not with the dry parchment of scriptural quotes, but with the visceral wisdom earned on the road, delivered by the unlikeliest of teachers. As he recounted the prostitute's simple, undeniable logic, the master smiled, a rare and profound expression. "My child," the venerable master began, his voice now gentle, yet echoing with the power of conviction. "That woman understood what all your books and meditations failed to grasp. Heaven and hell are not physical destinations one travels to, but internal states one arrives at through the continuous practice of action. My command was not a riddle of the afterlife, but a test of perspective. Where did the man go? He went precisely where his deeds compelled him to go. The tears of love and memory for the good man, and the sighs of relief at the passing of the cruel one, are the only true, living record of a soul's final score. The world is nothing more than a giant mirror reflecting the karma you cast upon it." The master paused, letting the profound simplicity of the truth settle. "Your true work is not to seek wisdom in distant towns, but to mold the living destiny of this moment. For us who walk the path, the great cosmic law of karma is the most practical principle of existence. It is not an abstract judgment reserved for the end, but a relentless energy of cause and effect operating in your life right now. Let us now examine how this immutable law shapes the modern world, moment by moment. The fundamental truth unveiled by this ancient narrative is that karma is not some ethereal, distant judgment, but the most precise and immediate law of cause and effect in the universe, an invisible force acting upon your present reality. It is the principle that your intention, thought, and action are seeds, and your life experience is the inevitable harvest. There is no escape from this universal ledger. The universe simply returns the energy you expend. The most critical realization for the modern mind is that this process manifests in 3 dimensions right now. The immediate internal resonance, mental health. Our minds are the first court of judgment. When you engage in a selfish or deceitful act, the equivalent of the cruel man from the story, you do not immediately suffer an external blow, but you instantaneously ignite a self-created hell within. This manifests as anxiety, guilt, sleepless nights, and a fractured sense of self-worth. Conversely, an act of genuine, selfless kindness grants an immediate internal reward, a profound, deep-seated peace and contentment which is your personal heaven. Your moral choices are, in fact, your most powerful regulators of mental health. The echo of digital karma, social media. In the age of constant communication, our actions are now public and permanent. Consider the phenomenon of digital karma. A person who spends their time online posting vicious, anonymous comments or spreading untruths, bad karma, is building a legacy of hatred that is searchable, recorded, and which poisons their emotional bandwidth. This energy attracts negativity. On the other hand, the individual who uses their platform to offer encouragement, share genuine knowledge, or support others, good karma, cultivates an undeniable aura of trust and authority, creating a community of support that serves as an external validation of their positive life force. The architecture of professional success, career, and wealth. The tale of the 2 men applies directly to professional life. A short-sighted executive who manipulates data, betrays partners, or exploits employees, bad karma, might see immediate financial gains. Yet they inevitably build a foundation of fear, instability, and paranoia. This self-made operational hell guarantees their ultimate downfall by eliminating loyalty. Conversely, a leader who acts with integrity, transparency, and a commitment to employee growth, the Compassionate Act, creates lasting law of cause and effect benefits. Unwavering loyalty, stable teams, and a reputation that is more valuable and resilient than any temporary financial windfall. This is the law of abundance earned through virtue, a lasting legacy of good deeds. The journey of the young disciple, guided by the profound simplicity of the prostitute's observation, brings us back to one immutable truth. The invisible force of karma is the law of life.
Your external destiny is simply the reflection of your internal deeds.
The key takeaways are twofold. Heaven and hell are present tense. They are not reserved for an afterlife, but are manifested in the quality of your current experience, your mental peace, your professional integrity, and the enduring nature of your relationships. When you choose kindness, you are building your heaven in the here and now. When you choose malice, you are constructing your own prison. You hold the pen to destiny. Your past actions brought you to this moment, but your present choice, the next word, the next thought, the next action, is the one that writes your future. You can begin planting a new garden of good karma today. Therefore, we urge you, do not wait for a final judgment, but become the judge of your current deeds. Choose to live with kindness, integrity, and compassion. If this story has moved you to reflect on your own actions and to embrace the power of good karma, please extend this energy by pressing the like button. Share this essential message of self-mastery with one person who you believe needs to hear it. And to continue your path toward deeper wisdom and enlightenment, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you do not miss the next lesson that can change the way you live. May your path be blessed with peace, and may your actions always lead you toward the greatest of heavens.